So, you have your eye on a Taurus. And if you have spent any real time around this person, you already know there is something different about them. Something solid and unhurried that feels almost rare. They are not trying to impress you. They are not performing. They are just there fully in a way that most people are not. And that quality pulls people in hard. There is a warmth to a Taurus that feels like finding a place you did not know you were looking for. So yes, you want to get closer. That makes complete sense. And this video is not going to pretend otherwise. What it is going to do is give you a genuine map of how a Taurus moves in love. Not a list of tricks. Not a formula. A real understanding of what this sign is actually looking for beneath the surface, what sends them quietly retreating without explanation, and what they need from a partner in order to feel safe enough to open all the way up. Because a Taurus who is truly decided on you is one of the most devoted, grounded, and deeply satisfying partners you will ever have. But getting there requires understanding them in a way that most people simply never bother to. That is exactly what we are going to work through here. The first thing people get wrong about Taurus is thinking that impressing them is about scale. Grand gestures. Expensive outings. A relentless stream of exciting plans designed to sweep them off their feet. If that is your strategy, you are spending a lot of effort on the wrong currency entirely. Taurus is a fixed earth sign, ruled by Venus. And not the Venus of fireworks and dramatic declarations. The Venus of genuine beauty, of comfort, of pleasure that is slow and deliberate and real. A Taurus does not want to be dazzled. They want to feel good. There is a meaningful difference between those two things, and understanding it is the foundation of everything else. What a Taurus is actually assessing when they first spend time with you is almost never what you think. They are not rating your ambition or clocking how many interesting things you have done. They are noticing whether being around you feels comfortable, whether conversation flows without strain, whether you seem like someone who knows how to be present without filling every silence with noise. Taurus has a finely tuned sensitivity to atmosphere. They notice the quality of an experience more than the spectacle of it. A genuinely good meal in a relaxed setting will do more for your standing with this sign than a flashy evening that feels performative. So the actionable insight here is deceptively simple. Stop trying to impress them and start trying to create genuine ease. When you are with your Taurus, slow down. Be fully in the room. Put your phone away. Order something you actually want to eat and enjoy it without apology. Let the conversation breathe. Show them that you know how to be present, because presence is the thing they are most hungry for and the thing they find most rare. The one concrete thing you can do right now is this. Plan something that is genuinely sensory and unhurried. Not spectacular, beautiful in the understated way. A walk somewhere quiet. A meal cooked with real attention. Something that says you understand the difference between making an impression and creating an experience. That distinction will land with your Taurus in a way that nothing louder ever will. The second mistake people make with Taurus is misreading their pace as disinterest and then trying to speed things up in response. Taurus moves slowly in love, deliberately. And in a world where fast interest reads as flattering and slow interest reads as rejection, a lot of people panic when a Taurus does not rush toward them. They push harder. They get louder. They introduce urgency into something that genuinely requires patience. And that urgency is one of the fastest ways to make a Taurus close up entirely. Here is what is actually happening when a Taurus takes their time. They are not playing games. They are not testing you. They are building certainty. Taurus is a fixed sign, which means once they commit fully and for a long time. They are not in the business of committing lightly and then reversing course. So before they let someone close, they watch. They feel things out across real time and real situations. They are looking for consistency because consistency is the only thing that actually tells them the truth about a person. Anyone can be charming for an evening. Anyone can say the right things on a first date. What a Taurus needs to see is whether you are the same person at week 3 that you were at week 1. Whether your kindness holds. Whether your interest holds. Whether you remain worth trusting when there is nothing shiny or new to sustain the motivation. What this means for you practically is that patience is not a passive strategy with Taurus. It is an active demonstration of character. Every time you show up without pushing for more than they are ready to give, you are telling them something important about who you are. Every time you remain warm and steady when things are not moving as fast as you would like, you are building exactly the kind of trust this sign needs before they will open up. The concrete thing to take away from this section is to stop measuring progress by milestones. Stop asking yourself whether things have moved forward enough. Start asking whether you have been consistent, whether your interest has been genuine across time. Because for Taurus, that slow accumulation of reliable behavior is not the waiting room before the relationship. It is already the relationship forming. The third dimension is the one that most people overlook entirely, and it is arguably the most important. People see the calm, self-contained surface of a Taurus and assume they are fine on their own. And in many practical ways, they are. Taurus is capable and grounded and genuinely comfortable in their own company in a way that can seem almost self-sufficient. So a lot of people conclude that this sign does not really need emotional reassurance, that they would find it unnecessary or even a little much. That conclusion is a quiet but significant error. Underneath that composed exterior is someone who has a profound need to feel genuinely valued. Not flattered, valued. There is a real difference. Flattery is noise. Taurus has good instincts about what is real and what is not, and empty compliments register as empty. What they need is to feel that you actually see them, not the version of them that is useful or impressive or socially comfortable, but the real person underneath all of that. The one with opinions they do not share in every room. The one with preferences they have sometimes talked themselves out of for the sake of keeping the peace. The one who has given a great deal to people in their life and has not always had that met with equivalent care. Taurus loves deeply and loyally. And somewhere in that devotion is a quiet hope that someone will show up and love them back with the same quality of attention they so consistently offer to others. The way you meet that need is not through declarations. It is through specificity. Notice real things about your Taurus and name them. Not in a way that feels rehearsed or strategic, in a way that is genuine. Tell them what you actually respect about how they think. Acknowledge something they did that took real effort or care. Remember the details of what they told you last time and bring it back naturally. This sign notices when someone is truly paying attention versus when someone is going through the motions of attentiveness. The concrete thing to practice is this. The next time your Taurus shares something with you, an opinion, a story, something they care about, receive it fully. Do not redirect to yourself. Do not offer a quick response and move on. Sit with what they said. Reflect it back. Ask a real follow-up question. That quality of attention is more romantic to a Taurus than anything you could buy or plan. It tells them you are not just attracted to the idea of them. You are interested in the actual person. When you step back and look at all three of these dimensions together, a picture forms. Taurus in love is not looking for someone who will fill their life with excitement or impress them into submission. They are looking for someone who makes ordinary life feel genuinely good. Someone who knows how to be present, who stays consistent long enough to be trusted, and who sees them clearly and values what they see. They are looking for a partner who brings the same quality of care to the relationship that they themselves bring. And that is the most honest thing to hold on to as you pursue this person. If you can do those things, not as tactics, but because they reflect something real about who you are, then what you are building with your Taurus has a genuine foundation. And a Taurus who has chosen you from a real, certain, unhurried place will stay in a way that is remarkable. They will not walk away from something good the moment it requires effort. They will not get bored when the newness fades. They will show up, practically and lovingly and consistently, in ways that make you feel chosen every day. That is what you are playing for with this sign. And it is worth every bit of patience it asks of you. What has been the most surprising thing you have discovered about your Taurus? Something they did or said that revealed who they really are underneath all that calm. Drop it in the comments. Those moments say everything about this sign, and I would genuinely love to read what you have noticed. If this gave you real insight into your Taurus, make sure to save this video and come back to it. Drop your questions and stories in the comments below. Like and subscribe for the full series. And good luck, you've got this.